Hello everyone, Victoria Violet here. Beautiful, hot, humid day in San Antonio, Texas. We are working with the Crow Tarot, or as I like to call it, my beautiful birds. I love the crows. I don't know what it is about crows that fascinate me. I don't know if it's just because they're part of the craft. I don't think so. Although they are the closest bird to Odin. So it might be that, I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I just love them. I love them so much. In New Hampshire and Colorado, you can see them often, but I will tell you the difference. In Colorado, I only saw them high up on the mesas. So if you could see them from far away, they were above the mesas, which are pretty much hills, right? Because they're not mountaintops. And then you could see them, further up into the sky, and you barely could make them out. They hardly ever landed and hardly were ever around you. They literally were high up, which is really peculiar for me, because for me, that's more like for an eagle or a hawk, or I don't know. But yeah, that was really cool. But in New Hampshire, you see them all over, much like the way in Texas you see a lot of magpie, but over there in New Hampshire you literally see a lot of crows, and they're crows because they're huge. They're big boys and girls. I mean, those birds are not like the magpies, so we can't even say that perhaps what I was seeing, because they were always on the ground, or often on the ground, that they were magpies, because they were not. Because those babies are huge. I mean, they look like small hens. They're so huge. The other thing that I really, really, really love about the crows is that they talk to each other, So for me, I'm going to correct myself, because I always say that when I look at my crow tarot. What I mean to say is the raven. The raven is what I'm talking about, not the crow. The raven is a raven. It's a totally different, not species, but it's a totally different type. It's much bigger than the magpie. It's much bigger than the crow. I always get confused, please forgive me, because I love them so much. It kind of makes me crazy, but I like to see them as well. I like to see the crows as well. They're little, they're scavengers, and they're very crafty. But my whole thing was, I was going to talk about the not the crows, and I was about to say it again, but the raven that's in the craft, not the crow. They're very magical, to be sure. But what I loved about when I was living in New Hampshire is you see them so often, and you see them both on the ground when they're looking for something to eat, as well as on the treetops, and I started talking to them, because they were talking to each other. They were chatting with each other, and the way you know that is because they start with their little and all that other good stuff that they're saying to one another, and then you hear the other one that's also chiming in, and before you know it, they're moving to another tree or another area. So they're talking to each other, and they're so smart. They're so smart. I don't have time right now to get into all of that with you. Maybe a video for another day. But you can research the difference, and you can look up the raven, and yeah, they're really smart. They're very smart, and they do communicate very well with one another. I was gonna leave it right there, but I looked down in the card. What is the deal? Like, Fraggle Rock Girl can never have smooth hair. Nonetheless, besides that, when I looked down at the cards, I was like, oh, okay, I'm done. And then I looked down again, and I was like, ooh, I was not done. Okay, now I'm done. Oh, finished, like the babies. Finished, I'm done. Okay, we'll look at the bottom in a minute. Right now, I don't want to look at the bottom, just in case, because then knowing me, I'll keep shuffling. Okay, and I don't want to have to, oh my gosh, and bless their hearts. Okay, bless their hearts. I watch so many wonderful tarot readers out there, by the way. Kudos to the people that I will shout out, now and again. There's one, her name is Elena. I think it's called Searchlight Tarot. She's just a doll, the way she presents herself. And, you know, I'm gonna give y'all a little synopsis in a minute, but let me finish about her. She's such a doll. She's so sweet, and she's very elegant the way she presents herself, you know. And I love her readings. But let me tell you, they clarify and clarify and clarify, and bless their hearts, they do a lot of work. You guys, y'all don't realize how should I say this without hurting people's hearts and minds? Okay, I'm gonna say it like I used to say it. Please don't hate me. The muggles that learn how to do tarot, but they're not born with the knowing, the second sight. They don't realize how much it takes to actually tap in and actually be accurate. And once you're tapped in, Spirit could keep talking. It can be one or the other. Spirit can either want to talk and it's 10 o'clock at night and you're still wanting to talk. Spirit, you know, got lots to tell this person or people. Or it could be the total polar opposite. You're like shuffling and they're not wanting to say anything. And then finally you get, you know, squeeze something out, you know. But when they want to talk and you're tapped in, holy crap. Once they start talking, they are very talkative. And they can talk till the cows come home. So I take my hat off to all of the tarot readers that are true tarot readers out there, like Elena, that actually clarify and clarify and clarify. I'm saying I don't want to have to clarify. I want to do my reading and get out. I love you guys, but energetically it drains you when you do tap in. Okay, let's get started. So the other thing, what else was I going to say? Oh, yes. So disclosure. I tried this 4 years ago, okay? Getting on YouTube and trying to build my channel. Honestly, it's gone a lot better this time around, and I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful to you guys, right? But you never see me dressed up. You never see my hair combed the right way. You never see my makeup, you know, gussied up or anything with nice clothes on, because I'm always on the go. I'm always doing something lately, right? And go figure, now it's taking off. And now I look like a hillbilly. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. But the point is, hopefully you come to visit and to hear what I have to say, and it does resonate with you. And later on, as I said, because 4 years ago when I started this journey, and it was actually my original name, which is Ancient Tarot, Ancient Ways Tarot, because that is basically my practice. And when I owned my business, my botanica, my metaphysical shop, was named Ancient Ways Tarot, or Ancient Ways. And so it didn't take off, and that's okay. I'm here again. If Spirit wants me here, then you guys are going to appreciate, you know, by hitting like, hitting subscription. And if you don't appreciate my type of reading, that's okay too. You know, not everybody is cut out to be on YouTube or TikTok or anything like that, right? I mean, I've been a reader. First of all, I was born this way, sometimes gifted, sometimes cursed, whichever you'd like to look at it as. But not everybody is meant to be on YouTube. Not everybody is meant to be on TikTok or any other online, you know, social media. So if I make it, great. And if I don't make it, it's been fun. And I'm enjoying reading for you. And just be forewarned, you won't always see me in t-shirts and shorts, you know, with my hair crazy looking, especially, you know, once fall comes along. Hopefully the humidity will go away. But I just made a video about Fraggle Rock and making fun of myself because I have a combination of hair. My father was a Spanish gypsy, so his beautiful curls I have on one side of my head, and then the other side is almost bone straight. So I have a mixture of hair. So instead of getting curls, I get waves, and then I get, you know, the bigger curls. And so I make fun of myself because, like, right now that my haircut is a tween, it's an in-between, and I had a hairband. I had my hair up. It's just a messy type of, you know, hair. It's you just can't win. I can't win with my hair the way that they cut it. It should have been all one length, but she messed up and gave me back my money because I raised Cain from the grave. Yes, I can do that. I am Libra. Here, my sword. I would not normally do that, but dude, my hair was down to here, okay? And I had cut it from here to here, and then I said, okay, let me just make it, here, because that way my hair will be back to normal and healthy. Look what she did, and then she cut into it layers. So, it is what it is. But, if there is any hairstylists out there, and I'm a beauty school dropout, meaning, and I'm going off on a tangent, and I know this. I literally told them when I went to school, I wanted to be an esthetician. So I'm a licensed esthetician, which means skincare and makeup. They put me in to do hair. Oh, no, you want to be a cosmetologist. So I literally do have 800 hours of cosmetology. So I know how to cut hair. The rest is all esthetician because I quit that school and went to the other one to finally get licensed as an esthetician because I never wanted to do hair. But I will tell you something. Listen to your freaking clients. And if they show you a photo and it's at every angle and there's no layering, don't freaking give them layers because they didn't ask for that. My hair has a lot of body, so of course it's gonna be bouncy. Now, if it was long, like it used to be, then hey, the bouncier the better. But at this stage, you can see the layers? I didn't ask for layers. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, but guys, be good hairstylists. Do not cut layers when they didn't ask for it, okay? Because then you end up with like that lady. She gave me my hair, my money for my haircut back, but she couldn't give me my hair back. I think this is a good teaching moment on listening skills. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. Back to the reading. But that's why my hair is always crazy anyway, and that's why my hair is always crazy looking, and I can part it any which way because that's just my natural hair. Let's get on with it. First card you get is the Page of Wands. The next card you get is the Four of Cups. And this is a collective Libra reading. The next card you get is the Tower. The next card after that is the King of Pentacles. The next card that you get is an Eight of Cups. The next card after that you get is the Eight of Wands. The next card after that is the Ten of Wands. The next card you get after that is the Four of Coins. I see a theme. The next card that you get after that is the High Priestess. And I'm going to put my other two remainders over here so I can eyeball them, okay? The next card you get after that is the Strength card. And then you get the Ace of Cups. I'm going to put them over here so I can eyeball them because I want to come back to them. So I'm announcing all the cards because obviously at present, the way that things are set up, until I get better equipment, I will have to lift the cards up when I want to demonstrate them to you to emphasize what I'm talking about. So let's go to the first layer. I see the Page of Wands. And I don't think I could get a better Page of Wands, because we all know that pages of wands like to bring about messages, and they're always messages that are quick moving to get to the receiver. And then we see the Sun, which denotes the energy of fire, okay, which wands represent. So if you can see that, okay, what I want you to pay attention to is, look at the beautiful, I'm going to call it a raven. Look at the beautiful raven. It's got its mouth open to give the message. Okay? The cards, I don't know if you noticed, but my voice got quieter. It's because I'm sensing the heaviness from the cards. Okay? The Four of Cups is talking about leaving something behind. Leaving something behind that you don't necessarily want to, but you're having to. It's making me feel emotional because I'm picking up the energy from the cards, so please forgive me. I am an empath. It's bringing about the Tower. So someone out there, whether it's the actual Libra or it's the cross watcher, is having to leave something behind. And in this instance, I'm saying that it's something they don't want to leave behind. Normally, the energy that comes along with this card is a very heavy one in the opposite direction. You're offering me something I don't want, and I leave it there. I leave it on the table. I don't want it. In this instance, it's a feeling of the message that wants to come through is, I'm leaving something behind. The Tower is forcing it, but I don't want to leave it behind. It's what I have to do right now, is leave that behind. The energy that's bringing that message to us today is the King of Pentacles himself. So the masculine energy, because that's what this is representing, is saying, I have this message I'd love to convey, but I can't. Instead, I'm leaving this behind. But although the Tower is forcing this, I don't want to leave it behind. But I have to leave it behind. Okay? So far, there's something being left behind that is not by design. It's not by desire. Okay? And that's coming from the King himself. So I'm gonna put that one right here. So I want to look at him. He's saying that this Eight of Cups, so all of this love that he has no choice but to allow that Tower to fall, and he has to leave that love behind. So now can y'all see why I got quiet and the energy is so heavy and emotional, to the point to where I feel like bawling my eyes out. Now we get, we went from a Page to a Knight, which again is telling us there are messages that this King would like to share, their words, expressions, that this King of Pentacles wants to share. He wants to say something. Okay? He's heavy burdened by the 10 of Wands. See that heavy load? Heavy burdened by what he wants to say. But instead, holding on to the security is more important. Holding on to probably financial well-being or a way of life is more important at present than allowing those words, those expressions of love is what I'm getting. Those expressions of love, those words of love are what he's not allowing to escape, because a different type of tower would fall. So instead, this King is deciding to keep this communication and heartfelt feelings in hiding. And that is shown here by the High Priestess. This King, the male energy that's being presented here, that's coming across, the whole theme of this pretty much reading is about him. And when I say him, I mean a masculine energy. I don't care if you're male or female, you can have masculine energy, but the card itself is a masculine. And the way he's presenting himself is feeling this forlorn for love, feeling this forlorn for a person that he's leaving behind, because he has no choice but to leave this love behind for right now. But the words that would want to come out of the king's mouth are words of love and words of sweet nothings. That's what's coming out, sweet nothings that this king would love to convey. But instead, keeping it to himself. Keeping it to himself. Because the security that this king has means more presently to him than to whisper those sweet words to what he's leaving behind or who he's leaving behind, so they remain in secret instead. Now do y'all see why I started tearing? Because that has to be hurting somebody out there. It has to hurt that you know that somebody loves you more than life itself, but they can't convey that because they would prefer not to rock the boat and not to lose out on something that's important to them as well. So because of that, though, this is not an easy task for our king. Our king is literally, the masculine energy that's presenting is having to be in the strength position, because truly, I'm being honest when I'm telling you that those words want to come out. Those words and those beautiful words of sweetness and kindness and I love yous, it's taking everything that this king has in order not to utter those words that want to be spoken by them. Okay? I'm not on their side. I'm just reading the cards. What they're trying to be strong and not utter is their huge love that they have for you. That's bringing about a lot of sorrow for them. That's why the 10 of Wands is coming through, because their desire, their true desire that's inside of them is to say all these beautiful things, to allow that tower to fall and to allow that love, that beautiful, bottomless love, as you see, it just keeps overflowing, to finally just come out. Let me tell you how I really feel. Let me tell you how much I love you. Let me tell you. So instead, they're sitting here contemplating and knowing that this, even though I don't want to walk away, I have to carry that load with me of the love that I have inside of me that I cannot speak on, because I need my security. I need to be strong and I need to keep it hidden. I don't know who out there needed to hear this, but my heart goes out to you. Unrequited love is the hardest that you'll ever deal with. That's the hardest thing you'll ever go through in life. I often say you can call me every name in the book, but this, gosh, this would have to hurt like hell. So for my Libra babies out there that are experiencing an unrequited love, I don't know that it makes it any different or that it makes it any better for me to say this to you, but I do give this to you with kindness and with love. They love you. It's right there. And it's a big love. It's a huge love. And it doesn't matter how they try to hide it. A love like that, sooner or later, is going to take over in strength and it's going to come out. Sooner or later, it's not going to be able to hide that love. They will have to be strong enough eventually to display that love and not keep that love and say, okay, well, I understand. I have to carry that in my heart in secret because I can't let people know. I can't let people know. I can't let that tower fall. I can't let people know how heavy and how brokenhearted I am. This love is not a stoppable love. I'm sorry, cross watchers. Hopefully you will learn something today. The greatest gift of all, and read your Bible, even if you're an atheist, the greatest gift of all is love. I give this to you with all my heart. This is Victoria Violet from Gypsy Roots Tarot. Be well. Love you.